guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spoiler, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2019 season. We kicked off last week with a brand new team, which is this team on the screen right now, which is SOHK and Groudon. Hopefully you caught some of the episodes from last week. If you haven't already, I would go back over here and just make sure that you catch last week's episodes before you come into this week. It was a lot of fun last week, had some really good games, and hopefully we can continue on with that today. So like I say, we've got the restricted combination of SOHK Groudon, got a supporting cast of Incineroar, Venusaur, Tapu Koko and Ludicolo. So it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to jump straight into it as always, and I will just mention that we have played Incineroar quite a bit on this channel. Incineroar is just a really good Pokemon in this format, and top tier by no mistake. But I think next week what we'll do, we'll change, because next week is the time when we move on to a new team. We'll move away from Incineroar and try some different options outside of Incineroar, but keep things as standard as possible so you guys are seeing more relevant things that are being played on the ladder and on Showdown and things at the moment. So hopefully you keep enjoying it. Leave your comments down below, and as always, if you enjoy the content, leave a like, a smiley like on the video. It does really help though, guys, not joking around. It does really help the channel in general, and shows me that you're enjoying the content as well, or not enjoying it. But without further ado, let's jump on. Let's get the music up, and let's find our first opponent of the day. So hopefully we can kick off to a good start. It was a bit sad on Friday. We had it all planned out, didn't we, on our last episode, where we had the Ho-Oh in a prime position, and the crit water spout just took us down, took us out. It wasn't great. But we've got our first opponent of the day, 1691 rated Japanese player, playing a team of DUSK and Necrozma, Kyogre, Ludicolo, Incineroar, Tapu Koko and Lurantis. Excellent. So I like seeing Lurantis. There's going to be a Trick Room switch in the team with the DUSK and Necrozma. Then you've got the Kyogre, Ludicolo, really fast defensive rain mode. Incineroar with Intimidate, Fake Out support, Tapu Koko in the terrain control. Probably help against the Spore abuse that you're going to see from Amoonguss if that Trick Room does go off. So a little bit of solidity behind that. Right, now what do we want to do? Ho-Oh here is really good. If we can just manage the weather, Ho-Oh can do so much work. Hits that DUSK and Necrozma for really good damage. Hits the Ludicolo for good damage. Lurantis for good damage. Koko's a bit of a threat, but we got Groudon. Incineroar we can deal with. So let's see, what do we want to do? What do we want to lead with? I think Ho-Oh for sure. I think we go a combination of Ho-Oh, Venusaur, Groudon and Incineroar. It's just how we want to lead things up. I probably want to bring Incineroar up front with Ho-Oh, Venusaur and then Groudon in the back. We could bring Ludicolo here, but I feel like Venusaur just gives us better options against the majority of things out on the field. So let's see how we get on in this first one today, and good luck to my opponent. So see how this goes. Don't know what to expect really as a lead. I don't expect Kyogre to come out, but I kind of more than expect Incineroar and maybe DUSK and Necrozma to come out. Intimidate's good. It's Incineroar and Tapu Koko. That makes a lot of sense as well to deal with the Ho-Oh. I know that Tapu Koko's timid from it being shiny, because it's only available shiny from an event where it was nature locked. So we know that. We've got a pretty seamless switch into Groudon here, but I feel like my opponent's trying to bait us out with the Groudon switching, of all things. And you know, we could just trade fake outs here and try and set up a Tailwind. We're not in too much trouble from the Koko, unless it's Specs. Like a Specs Thunder would be a bit problematic, but to guarantee the Thunder hitting, they need to switch out the Incineroar into Kyogre this turn, which means we get the fake out and the Tailwind up. So not going to see that. We're going to see the Tapu Koko just switch straight out into the Kyogre. We might just trade fake outs, like I say, which is the most likely thing I think to happen here. But we'll get the fake out into the opposing Kyogre. This will weaken that water spout a tiny bit, and there's the opposing fake out from our Incineroar there. So now what do we do? Do we go for Tailwind? I think we go Tailwind, and then we can switch a Groudon in here. I think that's what we'll do. Just get rid of the rain and get a Tailwind up. protect our Ho-Oh a little bit. Like we said at the very start, how strong Ho-Oh is. If we can get a Tailwind up as well, there's no threat at the minute of Trick Room. Either the Dustman, the Crozma, the Trick Room setter on the opponent's team isn't out on the field, so we don't need to worry about that too much. We're not going to appreciate taking a Water Spout, even in the sun, from Kyogre. We just got to worry that the Incineroar doesn't double into our Incineroar slot and hopes to go more down on our Ho-Oh rather than our Incineroar. So there's the Tailwind. Okay, sets up our Groudon really nicely. And U-turn. Okay, that's perfect. That is perfect. Perfect. Because we'll probably see Tapu Koko come in, maybe? Maybe. Or maybe Necrozma. But I doubt you bring Necrozma in this situation, do you? Unless you switch the Kyogre out next turn to get the Intimidate support. It is the Necrozma. Okay. Interesting. Gonna try and get the Trick Room up for sure. We got Precipice, definitely, and I probably want to Roost. Or do we want to use Sacred Fire? I think Roosting is probably a bit more beneficial for us. I can see the Necrozma just protecting here. Yeah, the Incineroar will come in on this slot. We should get the Incineroar. It does give my opponent a free switch back in to get the weather up with that Kyogre, but then we have the Tailwind up. And if we've denied the Trick Room setup here from my opponent, then yeah, forcing the Protect. And as long as we get the Incineroar here, that's all we need to worry about really. So, hopefully we don't miss with Precipice. That would put a bit of a stop us on our ability to do things. Okay, no miss, which is excellent. Oh, it actually survives a -1 banded. Wow, wow, okay, that's insane. Huh. Didn't expect that. Okay, we'll go Sacred Fire into Necrozma and we'll bring in our Incineroar. We'll see a Trick Room here, I think. Where's the Fake Out going? You've got to imagine, like, Groudon's the big threat here. You want to stop that from attacking, right? But then again, you might predict that the Groudon goes out, so faking out into the... No. Okay, Sacred Fire. If we get the burn here, this kind of really helps seal the deal. Burn. No burn. And weakness policy. No. Okay, and there's the Trick Room. No burn. We needed the burn there. We really needed the burn. Ha. I mean, we could just Sacred Fire again and Fake Out. I think we have to Fake Out into the Necrozma. I mean, we could have predicted the Protect on the Necrozma here, and then the Kyogre switch in for the Incineroar from a U-turn, possibly, and then switched out our Incineroar. So they expect a U-turn to probably come up here. No, just a knockoff. Okay. Don't mind that too much. The Tailwind hit us up, so that's not too bad. And the Incineroar has to go up to Kyogre here. The burn is what we really need. But I'm just going to double into the Necrozma with a knockoff and a Sacred Fire. And I'll switch again. So knockoff into Incineroar. Knocks off our Mega Berry. I'm feeling this probably takes it down. Yeah, +1 it does, of course. We really needed that burn. We really badly needed the burn. We lose the ability, yeah, and it underspeeds us, so... Huh. I think we have to bring in Venusaur, to be honest. We have to just Flare Blitz the Necrozma this next turn. We can't afford to bring in, like, we have to just protect Venusaur and 2 turns of Trick Room. Gotta hope that the Kyogre doesn't come in now. Okay. How important is Venusaur to this here? We get rid of the Necrozma for sure, I think, this turn. You have to double in on the Venusaur, really. This is not great for us. I mean, the Incineroar probably goes down to Flare Blitz damage into Venusaur anyway. We can almost Sludge Bomb into Incineroar. I think we lose. Yeah, there's a knockoff. Where's it into? Yeah, Venusaur. Break the sash and then, yeah, I'll double in on that slot. Yep. But we should take this Necrozma down now. Done some work. That Sacred Fire, if we got the burn on it, would have been so good. It would have meant Ho-Oh could have stuck around a lot longer. I don't think my opponent brings in the Kyogre right now. They really don't, because it can just come in after our weather's set. I mean, if they bring in the Kyogre now, it does give us a bit of a chance, because we should be slower than it. Get our weather up. That's a Tapu Koko. Okay. It's probably got Grass Knot as well. I don't think we win this one, unfortunately. No. I really don't. No. Because we've got no way, unless for some weird reason, Groudon outspeeds the Kyogre and this Tapu Koko hasn't got Grass Knot. I mean, that's the only way. So Koko going to protect. There's the blades. We avoid, of course. We avoid. U-turn straight into Kyogre. Yeah. And that's going to be game. But that's what happens, isn't it? Sometimes it just happens like that. This main Necrozma is like really strong when played well and supported well. It's like really efficient, especially with the weakness policy as well. You saw how bulky it is with that ability. We can only hope to. Well, there's no hope here. There is no hope. Yeah, Scarf Kyogre. It's a very good combination with the Duskmane Necrozma as well. And it's really funny as well. Duskmane Necrozma was the Pokemon I was planning on playing starting last week on the channel. But I really want to play Duskmane Necrozma with Kyogre because I feel like that partnership is just so strong and it really complements each other really well. Good game to my opponent, by the way. But the reason I didn't was because we just played Yveltal Kyogre and I didn't want 4 weeks of Kyogre. Like I said in our episode one of our previous episodes, I want to try and interchange when we're using Groudon Kyogre. They're going to be quite predominant in most teams that we see, so if I am going to use them, I want to use them where we've had a little break in between them and then go back to them. So our rating is taking a tanking. It's not good. We need to get higher and higher. We need to get over the 1700 mark. It's been annoying me. But we'll do it, not to worry. But yes, I think the next team that we'll bring on the channel will be Duskmane Necrozma Kyogre build. Because I just feel like it's such a strong pairing, and it's it offers a lot as well. Different modes and things like that. The only issue I would have is Scarf Kyogre, but I guess it does fit with it pretty well. So, and we can play Scarf Kyogre once on the channel. It's not going to hurt, is it? So. Let me know what your thoughts are about that being the next team that we bring on to the channel, because that'll be next Monday. So a week today. And we better pick some music, I guess. Let's go. Enter the Ultra Beasts. But I think we're going to have the good old battle spot ladder, can't find an opponent thing, and we'll have to come out and then come back in again. Or it seems like that's what's going to happen. But yes, hopefully it doesn't. It's been so good as well. It's been so good up to now. But it always does this. I don't know if it's like after so many battles it kind of decides to kick you off and then you have to come back on again and go through all of this all again. I tell you, the other thing I'm like really considering at the minute is with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee coming out. Now originally when these games got announced, I was like, I will do a playthrough of these on the channel. I've got a new capture card to record my Switch and everything like that. So I was like, I could do this, but the longer it's been going on, I'm like, I don't know whether you guys would be interested in seeing a playthrough from me. So let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are on a playthrough of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee when it comes out, because I would love to know. I'm more than happy to do one. I think the games look aesthetically pleasing, but I'm not really sure if it's something that would be viewed very much, because the thing is, we did the Ultra Sun Ultra Moon, which is not really a good one to go on, but I don't know how many of you really were interested in that rather than seeing VGC content. So that's the thing, that's the big question. We've got our next opponent anyway, playing a team of Xerneas, Drifblim, Lele, which we will know all about, Kartana, Kyogre and Bronzong. So we've got Trick Room mode in there, which I would imagine would be Bronzong, Kyogre. You've got the fast mode with the Tapu Lele, Drifblim. You've got the Tailwind support, Clear Smog, all that sort of stuff. You've got the Xerneas to be supported by that, and then the Kartana to kind of round off things as a secondary Steel type and a Grass type for the team. So Ho-Oh is very good in this matchup, I feel. We probably want to go Ho-Oh, Incineroar. We do want to bring Groudon for sure. And do we want Coco for terrain control, or do we want something like Venusaur? Venusaur's walled by Bronzong, where Ludicolo is not so much. And Coco is not bad here actually at all. But just, yeah. I'm scared a little bit of the Bronzong setting the Trick Room up and then going for Gravity, Hypnosis stuff. And as long as you've got Coco around, you can get our terrain control and start doing stuff against our opponent rather than just letting Bronzong put everything to sleep with Hypnosis. So at least we've had that going for us. So we'll lead off with Ho-Oh and Incineroar. And there's that infamous combination of Drifblim, Lele coming out. So, see the Psychic Terrain, the Lele does outspeed our Ho-Oh. And the Converter Boost with the Psychic Seed. But, like, Incineroar does so good against this pairing. Like, it does so good. I think turn 1. I don't know if I want to Tailwind just yet. Like, I feel like I could double into the Lele slot with a Sacred Fire and a knockoff. Just the only problem is me doing this is it gives the Drifblim a free attack, like a turn to Tailwind, which would be not ideal. Whereas if I Sacred Fire into the Lele, no, I'm gonna do it. The Lele might protect, but I don't want a Tailwind on the same turn as them. I want a Tailwind after, so at least we get like 1 or 2 turns of Tailwind once theirs expires. And like, it gives us a little bit of a goal to work towards. We get rid of the Drifblim in that time, and then take advantage of our Tailwind turns when theirs expires. Wow, going straight for a blind Hypnosis and a blind Focus Blast. Are you crazy? Okay. That is just madness. Sheer madness. There's a knockoff into the Drifblim. Oh no, we're doubling into the Lele. Of course, I forget that we did that. No gravity at all, but just going for it. I mean, you can't blame my opponent for doing that, but at the same time, it's kind of risky. Like we just saw. Unfortunate that the Focus Blast hit, but I'd rather that hit than the Hypnosis out of everything, to be honest. Okay, we will Brave Bird into the Kyogre, and I'm going to just switch into Groudon, get rid of the rain. We might see a Tailwind come out from this Drifblim, but any damage onto this Kyogre is always going to be nice. Could be Scarfed as well. Scarf Kyogre wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility, would it? So any damage onto it is good, and especially if it locks into Water Spout as well. It means that next turn it's not really going to be doing too much, and then we can adjust our ball position by maybe getting Coco in front of Groudon, keeping our Sun in the back. Setting a Tailwind with Hot or just boosting if we need to, or whatever we need to do. I'm not really too concerned with the Drifblim right now. I would be if we had stuff that was physical and could get burned, I think, but like Groudon obviously can. There's a Tailwind from the Drifblim. Makes sense. And what's this Kyogre going to do? He's going for a Water Spout. Okay. Hot takes that pretty comfortably, and we're going to get that big Brave Bird onto it, so this is going to do a big chunk of damage. Yeah, really reducing the power of that Water Spout, which is so nice. And I think what we'll do is Roost now. Or just to keep it in the game, and I will bring in. I might bring in Incineroar. Like, do we take a Water Spout from that damage in the Sun? Possibly not. But I don't know. I think we might. Because if we can get a Berry Pop with Incineroar, this would be so good for us. And then we've got to fake out the next turn, and then we can Tailwind. Well, we can't fake out, obviously, with the Psychic Terrain. But the Psychic Terrain, no, I think it's got one more turn after this before it expires. The Shadow Ball into. Oh no. There's a Water Spout. Yeah, both take it, both pop the berries. That's perfect. We can get full health back with Hot, which is excellent. So, we're in really good shape now. Now, this is where we go for the Tailwind, for sure. And then we go for the knockoff into the Drifblim. And the Kyogre might switch out now. But I'm not really sure if it does. I feel like it would want to be honest. So that Tailwind expires the next turn, I think. So we get ours up, and then we can just double into the Drifblim, and we've still got Groudon in the back to come in and get rid of the rain when it does come in. Hypnosis, going for that Hypnosis again into the hole, but avoiding. And there's a free knockoff into the Drifblim. Don't get the kill, but you can Sacred Fire into the Kartana and probably switch out now into Coco. Because we want the Intimidate for the Kartana at least, though we don't really necessarily rely on it too much. Their Tailwind will end this turn. We've still got Groudon in the back. We're still in a pretty dominant position, to be honest. Like, we've still got all 4 Pokemon sitting in a pretty nice position. Kartana doesn't threaten Hot at all, so we should be able to just close this one up. Just gonna be just making sure that we don't make any mistakes along the way. I'll get Hypnosis. Which is definitely not ideal. Definitely not what we wanted. That is a pain, isn't it? That is a massive pain. I'm going to Sacred, and I'm going to Dazzle. A Dazzle should be enough to get the Drifblim. And that's the thing we want to get rid of. We don't want to allow it to get another Tailwind off anymore. Hypnosis is off, and any chip on the Cortana. Like we see there, that's enough chip on the Cortana, which is good. Still got a Tailwind up, so if Coco sticks around this turn. Ah, excellent. One turn away. Perfect. Which is ideal. So we can just switch in Groudon the next turn if we want to, and just Thunderbolt. Or we can just Thunderbolt, really, because we've got our Tailwind up, and that'll get rid of the Kyogre, so that would be perfect. Perfecto. Come on, Kyogre, come in. I wonder if there's any connection issues here, if my opponent is just thinking about which Pokemon it is they want to bring in. But the game is over. The other thing about the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee games was the reason behind the playthrough, why I thought that might be a really good idea, is because it gives me a little bit of a practice area with recording and doing stuff with the Switch, because obviously we need to be in a position next year when we get those Gen 8 games out to be able to just do all the stuff on there as well. So it's a little bit of a testing ground for that, which is kind of nice and kind of cool. So it might be a good idea to do it anyway. I'm not massively invested in Pokemon Go. Like, if I'm like totally honest, I've got the app on my phone, but I never really play it. I played it when it was like it first came out, but I kind of lost a bit of a bit of interest for it. I just like would rather spend my time doing VGC stuff at the minute. So I do like it and things, but it's just like I'm not massively invested in myself. And I'm not massively invested in getting Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, if I'm completely honest with you all, because it's got no relevance to the competitive circuit. So that's the other thing. But I think it would be a lot of fun. In the same respect, it would be a lot of fun to do it and do it on the channel. I think it would be a lot of fun. But let me know your thoughts. Very good game to my opponent, and that gives us a win for our last episode in today. So we will wrap things up right there and then, guys. At least I got to talk about Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee again. It is going to be out soon, so it's something to think about as well. But that will be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much as always for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It's been up and down a bit, but we'll get back to those winning ways. I'm sure tomorrow will be a good day. I can feel it. I can feel it. So I will just say goodbye. Thank you as always. Do leave a like, all that jazz, and take care of yourselves, and we'll be back for another episode tomorrow. So until then, guys, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye!